Hello and welcome to the Post Point Podcast. Today we're just kind of having a laid-back, chill episode where we just kind of bounce off each other and talk about whatever. Today we got a special guest with us, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Jeremy.
Tell us about you.
Last name ever, first name greatest.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Jeremy.
What do you want to know? I mean,
Anything.
I go to Pierce and I'm friends with you and you.
Yes, correct.
I think Trump should be impeached.
All right. Well, here we go. Right into it.
All right.
Yes.
Why shouldn't he be impeached?
Why should Trump not be impeached? Well, because he hasn't done anything worthy of impeachment. Having a conversation with the Ukrainian president is a normal affair that a president should be having. We should be having conversations with world leaders. The president should be. And when it comes to, for example, Ukraine, that situation, how do you go from the first situation, the first impeachable offense, the Russian collusion hoax, what turned out to be a hoax, after several years and $45 million of taxpayer money, how do you go from Russian collusion being the impeachable offense, then when that is a proven hoax, then they go to, oh, well, he wasn't colluding with Russia, now it's with Ukraine, Russia's biggest adversary. So I think that doesn't make any sense. So they're having a contradiction within their own, I don't even know what you'd call it, their own beliefs, I guess. So, so I don't think he's done anything worthy of impeachment. I think that Adam Schiff, he told the big lie in the congressional hearing. Shifty Schiff did that. I think that why is it that when Trump looks into real corruption, then they call out Trump? I think it's because the deep state, from the beginning, what we call the deep state, what we call just corruption within our government, which we know exists, those people have been trying to get Trump out. And then recently this came out. It was the lawyer of the whistleblower, the Ukrainian story whistleblower. The lawyer of the whistleblower said in the first year of Trump's presidency, I don't remember exactly when, that the first time they attempted impeachment, he said that that now like the coup begins. That's what it really is. It's an attempted coup, takedown of a president. And to use Trump's words, during the Russian collusion whole thing, the whole deal, after that all blew up and was a proven hoax, Trump did a little thing outside of like a helicopter before he left the White House. He said this was an attempted takedown of a president and we beat them, is what he said. And that's true, and that's going to replay. History's going to replay a year later with the Ukrainian hoax. And this is all going to fall under the thing, whatever you call it, the rug, whatever. And then it's going to blow up in the Democrats' faces. And this is all next year's news today, I'm telling you right now. I got those good sources. But anyways, so this is all going to blow up. And at what point, I'm asking for those of you that do support impeachment, such as like Jeremy here, at what point can these people lie to you and lie to you and lie to you and then get away with it before you stop putting up with the deception? That's my question, because I get sick of seeing the deception, especially when I know from my perspective and from my research that it is just deception and an attempted takedown of a president, and I won't put up with that kind of stuff. I like people that tell me the truth. So at what point, are you going to, stop believing in the nonsense? You know what I mean? And I'm not asking you. I'm asking, directing that towards anyone that does support impeachment and then also believes the fake news that is constantly being proven false,
So, Fortnite Chapter 2, what do you guys think?
Fortnite Chapter 2.
Never played it.
I actually haven't played Chapter 2
I'm glad you brought that up. Fortnite Chapter 2. So here's the deal with that. I have played it. I think it's really cool. I think they should never have gotten rid of launch pads. I think that was a mistake. That's my.
Did they get rid of boogie bombs? I heard that.
They got rid of boogies. They got rid of launch pads.
Not playing.
They got rid of a lot of stuff. However, they did bring in some good changes. They brought in a new map, which is really cool. So I have played it.
You can fish now.
I think it's enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
You can fish. You can swim, which is a feasible means of travel.
Can you go underwater?
You can
they took
go
out
underwater.
a lot of vehicles though. They took out all the vehicles. You only have boats now, right?
Yeah, I missed the balls, dude. The ballers. Those were the best. They got boats now with rockets. That's pretty cool. They got, they brought the gold TAC SMG in for like 2 weeks. And then when the new Battle Pass / Chapter 2 came out, they took it out. So I'm like, why would you do that? But it's okay. They brought the P90 back and it's gold. So that's cool. But yeah, I do enjoy Fortnite Chapter 2.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I played that. I've been playing that a lot. That's why I came here super late, because I was up till like 2 a.m. playing multiplayer.
Yeah, see, I don't really enjoy Call of Duty multiplayer. I think it's like the same.
It is. This one's not. This one
really,
has a lot of it different. Like it feels way different.
What's different about it than other?
It feels like a Battlefield mixed with like Rainbow Six Siege. Like it just feels.
So it's like more strategic and like.
Kind of, yeah. There's a lot of camping at the moment. The maps, multiplayer maps, aren't that great. The story. Did you play campaign?
Yes, I beat the whole thing within like 3 hours. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I thought they crossed some lines in there that I thought were controversial.
Which I like.
No. They didn't cross my line.
What do you mean by that?
They crossed some lines like where I could see where other people are going to be like, oh my gosh, like the bleeding heart liberals out there are going to be like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe they did that. They're not allowed to do that.
The one where
who dictates what people are allowed to do, what companies are allowed to do? Not me. I'm all about freedom. That's my philosophy. But anyways, going back away from politics, away from politics,
into the house, and you have to like kill people in like pretty much civilian clothes. That one part where you have to like
when you're the kids, you gotta stab the dude.
That Russian guy. Yeah,
that was crazy with a screwdriver / knife. Depending on what you find. I found both. There's those. And then
there's that one where you kill a dude, and then the girl that he was taking hostage runs and tries to grab for a gun. You have to kill her too.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, well, I'm sure it happened, but yeah, I played that. I thought it was really good. I liked Captain Price in the new like 4K, like new graphics, all that good stuff. Captain Price was looking good. The man, the myth, the legend. So I did play Modern Warfare. Very enjoyable.
The only thing I have a problem with is it kind of felt like Amazing Spider-Man 2. In the sense that...
They put too much stuff in it?
No, it was more so of like you have this story about... It was a very generic story. Like there's some gas...
I thought it was too, yeah.
And enemies take... This different type of enemy steals the gas, and now like you have to like get it back and like stop them from like releasing it and using it anymore.
Okay.
So, that's the concept.
Yeah, I actually wasn't... I did like the story. I wasn't overly impressed with it. I thought that Modern Warfare 2 had the best story, personally.
Something that I didn't like, though, was that this whole story's going on. You don't really care about any of the characters. You care about Price because you have that prior Modern Warfare like history with him. But like that one dude, spoilers, who sacrifices himself at the end, Alex or whatever, didn't care about him at all. Not only that, but the whole entire story was just building up for that last scene at the end with Price at where he gets tea with that one girl. Yeah. Where they pretty much just like bring out all the files and you hear about Soap and Ghost.
Oh, I
and
did
all
like
that. And it's supposed to hype you up for the next game.
Because it was a prequel, right? Is what it was.
No. This is like a redo of the Modern Warfare story.
What do you mean? They're like telling a different... It's like a different universe now?
Yeah. What? It's like Modern Warfare, but different story, pretty much.
Wait, so what? They're looking at files of all the other like main characters that died?
Yeah, that have already died
from
in
the other games?
From the other games, and getting them back all together.
That's lit.
But
I could do it.
The whole thing that with that being set up though is that everything else you just played doesn't matter.
Yeah, are you sure? Because I don't think it is. I think it's a prequel, and that's why they were talking about those characters, because Price is going to get that team together, right? Because what was it called?
It could be either or in that case.
What was his team called? It was called...
They called it a soft reboot, is what they said.
Oh, a soft reboot? Yeah. So they're going to do the prequel. Maybe they'll tell the original story again? But then that wouldn't really...
I don't mind that, but they already remastered Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said Modern Warfare 2 was like the best campaign for you guys, like storytelling?
Oh yeah, no Russian, man.
All day. No, I wasn't Russian. But I did like the very ending when Soap, like, he's like got the knife in his chest, and then Price is getting like... Price is getting beat up. I almost cursed.
No, but
Price is getting beat up. Yeah, and you gotta like pull that thing out of your chest. You're like clicking A as fast as you can. Like, I gotta save Price. And you get that thing out of your chest and you toss it. That was so hard. That was like one of the best.
What about when you kill Makarov in 3?
I did like killing Makarov. That was cool. I did like, what was his name? The Russian in that one. He was what was his name? You play as him in that game. What was his name? You play in Modern Warfare 3. He helps you kill Makarov.
Soap dies. No, you don't play as Soap. You play as Soap in 2.
Yeah, you play Soap in 2, and I think in 1 too, don't you?
I don't remember who you play as.
I don't remember, but anyways, we should
probably move I'm gonna bring the conversation to Halo because I'm more of a Halo guy.
Halo, yeah.
So Halo Reach.
Reach was good.
Or Modern Warfare 2, which story is more compelling?
Oh man, dude, that's rough.
That's hard.
Because Halo Reach is my favorite campaign, definitely.
Ever.
Like Halo 3 is like up there too, and Halo 2.
Halo 2 is my favorite, but
Halo 2 is good.
Halo Reach was comparable though, dude. Like, I don't know how anyone can handle that because I thought it was really good. I like the boy Emil, the boy Carter.
Dude, Carter's
the girl Kat. The boy George, dude. His
Yeah.
sacrifice was so hard, dude. Oh my god, he jumps out of that. Well, he stays in. He throws level 6 out. How do you pick up a 2,000-pound dude? I don't know. You have to be George to do it, dude. George is pretty savage. But that was legendary. They need to remaster that, bro.
I know.
'Cause that was amazing.
They're doing it. They call it Halo Master Chief Collection. They
Yeah, but
added
it's not remastered, is
ODST.
it?
It's not remastered.
I wish.
Oh, it's not. They're just adding them in.
Yeah, they just added Halo Reach into there.
Oh,
they
yeah, because I know it's
remastered.
coming on Steam and they're adding Reach in there too. And I'm like, if there's not remastered, then it's kind of dumb. Because
Yeah.
I remember I went on.
I mean, like Halo 3, Halo 2 is remastered, Halo 1 was remastered, but like Halo 4, Halo 3,
Halo 2 was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love
those
Halo
ones
2.
aren't remastered.
Yeah.
I think it's really good with friends too, playing the campaign with friends.
Yeah.
That's
It
like
is,
one
it
of the
is.
funnest
It's a
things.
very emotional campaign, which I loved about
Reach?
it. Yeah, Reach was.
See, that's what I wanted Rogue One to be, Star Wars, because it's kind of the same
Oh
concept.
yeah, it is the same concept.
I
It's a
thought Rogue One was
prequel.
alright.
You know, everyone's gonna die.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars, let's go on to this. Star Wars sucks nowadays. It sucks. Like I
Okay.
thought.
Are you, are, you, are you
Mandalorian.
not a fan of the
Oh.
Linda Hamilton, the one who's running Star Wars right now?
I didn't
thought it
even,
was,
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I thought it was what's his name?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J.
He's
No,
not
no,
even
no.
the
He's
new
the
one.
director, but the main person who oversees the Star Wars.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big
I don't know
fan.
anything about that, but I do
they-
know.
They brought SJW stuff into Star Wars. I'm like, bruh, just don't touch Star Wars. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm like settling. Like, okay, they touched everything else, ruined everything else. The SJWs. Don't ruin James Bond, dude, because I'm a big James Bond fan.
Were they going to bring a woman in as the James Bond
I don't
character?
care. I don't even care. Well, they're making a woman 007, which I'm
Tom
like,
Hiddleston.
okay, we'll see how it goes, because I feel like he'll go back into the role, because I know Daniel Craig's going to be in the movie. So I'm sure that he's like AWOL from, MI6 or something like that, so they had to get a replacement. So I'm not beefing about that until I see it, until I see if they ruined it or not. But I do love
Who do you think would be a good new James Bond? I was thinking Tom Hiddleston. He seems pretty cool.
Daniel Craig.
I wasn't opposed to,
So- yeah.
what's his name, who was really in talks for it. He was a bad guy and...
Jason Statham?
Not Jason
Okay,
Statham.
good. I don't want that.
Don't.
Don't.
I don't think... I can't see Jason Statham as like a James Bond.
No.
But he is
He's
like a...
They need hair. They need hair.
James Bond's the ultimate alpha male, though, dude. I love him. He is, bro. He is. James Bond, don't chase, man.
He was in the talks. Let me look him up. He was in the new Hobbs and Shaw movie. I can't think of his name right now. Idris Elba.
I like Daniel Craig as.
Oh, you
James
want
Bond.
him to be?
I think he would be a pretty good James Bond.
I was around when Pierce Brosnan was James Bond, so that's how. That's
Dude,
how
I really like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
What's your favorite James Bond?
I'm not
really
huge into James
Yeah,
Bond.
I'm not into.
You
I like
seen-
Kingsman.
Have you seen Casino Royale?
Yeah.
That was so dope. I love that movie.
Have you seen Wanted?
Wanted?
Yeah.
No, that's old.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie, and then the guy that plays Professor X in the new.
Yeah.
The new, like the younger dude, the
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
Professor X. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. I know he like can curve bullets and stuff.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That was a cool
that's
concept.
like one of my all-time favorite action movies.
Inception.
Wait,
was
what is
one
it?
of mine.
Wanted.
Oh, I remember watching Inception.
Inception was really good.
That was really
The
cool.
the score to that's really good
Oh,
too.
there's Hans Zimmer, the boy Hans
Hans
Zimmer, bro.
Zimmer.
That
He does the
Inception
best
gave me
scores.
like Matrix. It gave me the same feeling as Matrix, kind of.
Oh, speaking of Matrix, I've been watching that, dude. I love
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the boy
yeah.
Neo, the chosen one. Dude, he's the
Dude,
chosen
Keanu
one in the
Reeves.
Matrix, but the real Matrix, Donald Trump's the chosen one, bro. He's the real one, dude. He's the one, bro. Oh, the
No, but I'm
chosen
gonna go back to the Star Wars thing because that reminded me of like the new Disney streaming service.
Oh, the man of
Yeah,
that,
people
apparently
been-
that term went up.
Yeah, people
last
have been
night.
talking about that and I'm seeing on like Snapchat stories.
Yeah, I
like
haven't
it's
seen
really
it.
good and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, the Mandalorian looks good.
Really?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I love.
And I've heard
it's
it's
like the bounty hunters, right? The Mandalorians,
Yeah.
a different race.
Like
yeah.
Boba Fett and Jango Fett,
Django,
like those.
dude.
Yeah.
I liked Django's armor better because it was clean.
Yeah, it was
I liked
like
that.
chrome and
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Boba's was like all dirty and like war torn, which is cool in its own way too. It's got like
I just
that
prefer the
more-
other look better.
Yeah, definitely. Which Star Wars is your
And
favorite?
that's my favorite Star Wars.
Mhm.
I'm actually.
Was it a prequel or an original?
I was when I was a kid, like I remember watching like the first three,
Yeah.
like not the prequels, like what was it?
Those were the prequels.
4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, okay.
Watching those ones, and then I watched the prequels, and I was like, why did the graphics look way better? Like the CGI.
Yeah.
And just because the CGI looked better, and I was like more of like a Clone Wars guy, 'cause I
Yeah.
like the clones and
I
like
love the
that,
Clone Wars.
like
yeah.
that kind of story. I'm leaning towards the prequels, and more specifically like 2 and 3.
Or
3 a little bit.
Yeah. Revenge of the Sith, or what was it? It was Empire Strikes Back was amazing. I
Yeah.
liked Return of the Jedi.
We just saw Obi-Wan
Um,
turn into an alcoholic 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
Dr.
Yeah.
Sleep.
We saw Dr. Sleep, and Obi-Wan is the like main protagonist of that movie, and he's an alcoholic. And I was like, dude, Obi-Wan, you went downhill, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben. Anyways, what was I gonna say? My favorite Star Wars is probably, and this is gonna be controversial, but Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I love Revenge of the Sith, dude. Like seeing
That's
Anakin
what I
fight
said.
Obi-Wan.
That's what I said.
Oh, I love that one. Oh, I thought you were talking about the prequels.
All right, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna
yeah,
hate
the
me for this,
prequels,
but
Revenge
yeah.
of the Sith.
come on, Last Jedi was pretty good.
Oh,
no, I'm
no,
joking.
no, no.
Oh gosh,
The Ryan Johnson
It
one.
was terrible. That's the director I was thinking of, Ryan Johnson, producer or whatever. I was thinking it was Ryan Johnson. Yeah, he ruined that one. That was a bad one. Didn't like that. I don't like how they killed Snoke. I was like, you got this huge
Yeah.
build
Yeah.
up, but is he really?
There
dead?
was a lot of things
Is he
wrong with
really
that
dead?
movie.
Yeah, but we do know this is the only way they can save Star Wars, and they
That
did.
the Emperor was like
The Emperor's
mimicking-
back, dude. That's the thing. It's in
Yeah.
his laugh is in it at least.
Because I like
So-
The Force Awakens is the thing. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like,
want
really-
Kylo Ren to be the main antagonist. I just don't think that he's like. He doesn't seem strong enough. He doesn't seem.
They
like,
want to do that thing where it's like
Rey
he's
turns
on the
evil.
side of he's like playing the edge
like
of
Darth
being
Vader.
good and bad.
But he's like the opposite of Darth Vader, where he's like he's more teetering towards going to the dark side in the end. I feel
I think
like.
he's gonna turn
You think he's gonna go to the
good
light
or
side?
something like that. Oh, I was watching the Angry Joe show, and it was about Evil Ray, and he thought it was ridiculous about
Oh,
like,
with
the
the-
lightsaber just flips out like that, and it's like if you're gonna go with like just go with like the simple Darth Maul one, like
Yeah.
it's kind of
they were
like
just like it
ridiculous.
didn't make any
Oh, yeah.
sense.
It looked cool at first, but it's like
It's a gimmick.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
it
a
makes
gimmick
no
lightsaber.
logical sense on why that would be like that.
yeah, like why would you have it in that way? You have
Yeah.
like two lightsabers coming out that way, like
Just
I
cause you can, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. You know, I
All
don't
those
get it.
ships though in the recent trailer, I think they're doing a good job marketing it.
yeah, they're not showing
Yeah.
too much, and it
To
gets
be
me
honest, I'm
excited.
like halfway into Star Wars now because they ruined.
I'm more
the
excited
last
for
two, so I'm
Frozen
like,
2.
Yeah.
No.
What else is coming out? I'm stoked for Tennant, and I don't even know much about it, but I do know it's a Christopher Nolan film, and I'm stoked for.
Oh,
Dune.
that's a
Dune's got
remember
Hans
the
Zimmer.
trailer when we went to go see Joker? I was just like, I don't understand why they make trailers like this.
I
It's
know
like,
when it
it's
doesn't
only
tell you anything. Yeah.
It just shows like the people who are in it and the name, and then just like a scene.
I know it has to do with time, and Christopher Nolan's a director, so you know it's gonna be good, dude.
But it's just like it's just
like
the
the vague stuff, like you see, like
yeah, it's just like
I
a bullet
remember.
hole and like a
they
window.
think
and
like
he's
they
just,
made this
walking around.
like crazy theory, like conspiracy theory about Tenet, Interstellar, and Inception all being in a shared universe. And it's weird how they described it using the title Tenet, and like it made a ton of sense. So I mean, it could be possible. That'd be cool though. If it was in a shared universe, Christopher Nolan verse, just like the Dark Knight trilogy.
They did that one thing where it's like Leonardo DiCaprio is Titanic and he swims up on shore from Inception.
I did see that one, dude. I did see that one. I remember that. But yeah, I do love Leo though, dude. I love
Wolf
Leo.
of Wall Street.
Wolf
you
of
gotta
Wall
get pumped
Street.
with that movie.
Dude, we
Once
could have
Upon
a
a Time
whole
in
talk
Hollywood.
about that.
You ever watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, I didn't.
It's
I heard it was for
it's-
Leo. It was not that good.
It's the acting's really good. It's just like I don't know. It's
It's
not
just-
one of those movies you'd want to watch again. That's one way I describe it.
That's
But
what I
it's
feel
like a
about
good
Joker.
first
I
watch.
saw it twice, and I love Joker. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, dude, I just couldn't watch this like over and over again because like it just brings it to such a dark place. bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it brings it to a dark place. But I do love it. The ending makes the whole movie worth it, in my opinion. Like when you see him up there as the Joker, he actually looks
Spoilers.
like the Joker. Oh, sorry, folks, spoilers.
and then he starts doing the Wolf of Wall Street.
That'd be hilarious, dude. Oh my gosh! I hope they make a Batman movie to go with that,
I don't
and
think
then
they will.
you don't think they will.
They-
Yeah, you
it
think
seems-
it's a one and done. You don't think
I
there's gonna
think-
be a
I
sequel.
think-
Dude,
Even
I think
though
it's so
Joaquin Phoenix
successful
said-
that they might have to do it.
Yeah,
dude.
well,
Just
Joaquin
'cause-
Phoenix
well-
said that he's down for it.
Well, it's just because that movie made so much money, like way more than they probably expected it to. So they're probably like,
Probably
you know
like,
what?
My brother
Yeah.
called Joaquin Phoenix Jaquin, or like
Jacqueline.
Jacquin. He called him Jacquin too. He's like Jaquin. I was like, dude, you don't know his name.
Everybody makes fun
Oh,
of
Jacquin.
Jaquin.
Jacquin.
Benedict
He's like,
Cumberbatch's name.
Yeah. Let him get his opinion in about the
Sure.
Donald Trump impeachment. You say because you don't think he's qualified, but I mean, how
bring
does
it back.
well, hold on, how does a record-breaking economy, how does lowest Asian, Black, Hispanic unemployment in U.S. history, how does that circle back to him not being competent or not having the
And being really
experience necessary?
attractive.
And having the most beautiful first lady ever. I'm just saying that's the point, dude.
No, what I was gonna say
Unless
is
you
like,
count
why I
Marilyn
kinda
Monroe
have,
and JFK,
like,
but anyways.
one of the reasons why I have like that kind of opinion is because I live in like a a Democratic household, and like I'm not really like into politics, so like I feel like my opinion's swayed a little bit by like my parents, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But
and
like,
being in college.
huh? Well, honestly, I didn't even know that this was like a liberal campus or like college campuses.
For me, it was
like
such common sense. I knew when I
yeah. But I was just saying that's why I have my opinion. But like the things that I hear are like. He's a hypocrite. He wants immigrants to go, and his wife is immigrant, stuff like that.
See, that's
his taxes.
Can I say one thing?
Oh yeah.
Relating to his wife being an immigrant, he wants immigrants to go. So first of all, that statement alone proves the fallacy. Like they're like, oh, he hates immigrants, yet he's married to one. So that proves the fallacy in that argument that the liberals have is that he's actually married to an immigrant, and he doesn't hate immigrants. He just doesn't want to continue allowing illegal immigration to be a thing. Presidents from Obama to Bill Clinton to George W. Bush, going back years, decades, have campaigned on ending and doing something about the illegal immigration problem because it is a problem that costs us billions and billions and billions of dollars every year. So they've all campaigned on that, including Obama. You can find these clips online. It's really not hard to find. All of them campaigned on it, but all of a sudden now Trump wants to do something about it, and he's an enemy because it was always an agenda to create an open border. That way we could bring in these other things. But but there is a serious issue. There's human trafficking. There's child sex trafficking. There's cartels on the border that are bringing in illegal drugs. All these different things going on. So there is an illegal immigration problem that needs to be solved. And for example, everyone locks their doors at night not because they hate everyone on the outside, but because they love the people on the inside, and that's the same logic. And that's the same logic behind the wall is that we have to do something. That's the best solution for legal immigration. The walls have been used for thousands of years and are still feasible today. So,
that's another thing that they always bring up. Like they talk about the wall and stuff and how he wants to have a wall, but it's like not built yet or something like that.
Yeah,
and he wants how he wants like Mexico to pay for it and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really follow that, so I don't really know about it.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, Mexico is paying for it, even if they didn't give us a check for $20 billion, whatever, how much the wall going to cost. But they are paying for it because here's the deal: we lose $100 billion every year to illegal immigration. I believe it was $100 billion. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's an actual reality. Is we lose that much money from illegal immigration, and the wall itself only costs $20 billion. So it pays itself off 5 times over in a year if we build it and stop illegal immigration. Mexico will pay for it if we do one thing, and that's cut foreign aid to Mexico, because we send billions of dollars over to Mexico in foreign aid to help them run their country, basically. So if we cut that off, the wall's paid for like that. So that's another way to pay for the wall. But I wouldn't mind as a taxpayer paying for something that's actually essential to American security. So I think it's a lot better than funding dumb things like $45 million investigations that are built on nothing that end up to be false, against a president that was duly elected. So.
Alright, thank you all for watching this episode of the Postpoint Podcast. If you like this kind of stuff, just leave us a like. And join us this Wednesday for our Wednesday video and Friday for our Dr. Sleep review.
Yes.
Alright, and we'll see y'all later.